Have you ever bitten into a juicy fruit, thinking you're making a healthy choice, only to discover later it might be harming your body more than helping it? This shocking reality affects countless seniors across America, often without them even realizing the danger. In this video, I'm revealing 7 common fruits that could be seriously dangerous for your health, especially if you're dealing with diabetes, kidney problems, or heart conditions. But don't worry, I'll also show you how to enjoy fruits safely and provide delicious alternatives. Stay with me until the end because the information I'm about to share could help prevent serious health complications and keep you feeling vibrant and energetic for years to come. Before we begin, I'd appreciate if you'd like this video to help spread these vital health lessons to others who need them. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss potentially life-saving information. Now, let's dive into these potentially dangerous fruits that doctors are warning seniors about. 1. Star fruit, the beautiful danger. Let's begin with a fruit that often flies under the radar but poses significant risks: star fruit. With its distinctive star-shaped slices, bright yellow color, and sweet tart flavor, star fruit seems like an exotic treat that could brighten anyone's day. You might spot it at your local farmer's market or in the tropical section of your grocery store and think, why not try something different? For many people, it feels like a healthy, adventurous choice, low in calories, high in vitamin C, and packed with antioxidants. But here's the shocking truth. For seniors, especially those with kidney problems, this seemingly innocent fruit can become a hidden poison lurking in plain sight. What makes star fruit so dangerous? The answer lies in a toxin called caramboxin, which naturally occurs in the fruit. In a young, healthy body, the kidneys efficiently filter this toxin from the bloodstream. But as we age, our kidney function gradually declines. It's a natural part of growing older. For seniors, this means caramboxin isn't cleared out effectively, instead building up in the bloodstream and potentially causing serious health complications. Let me share Thomas's story to illustrate just how dangerous this can be. Thomas, a 74-year-old retiree from Portland, Oregon, was known for his healthy lifestyle: daily walks, plenty of water, and a diet rich in fresh produce. One day, while shopping, he discovered star fruit and thought it would make a nutritious addition to his morning routine. He started adding it to his smoothies, enjoying its unique flavor and feeling good about trying something new. For the first few days, everything seemed fine, but then subtle changes began. Thomas started experiencing dizziness, nothing major at first, just slight unsteadiness when standing up. Then came confusion. He'd walk into rooms and forget why he was there, or struggle to find words during conversations. He blamed it on being tired or perhaps not drinking enough water. Soon, exhaustion hit him hard. He could barely complete his usual daily activities. Then one morning, things took a frightening turn. He woke up disoriented, unable to remember what day it was. His worried family rushed him to the emergency room. After numerous tests, the doctors identified the cause: star fruit toxicity. Thomas had undiagnosed mild kidney disease, a condition with no previous symptoms until the caramboxin from the star fruit accumulated in his system, overwhelming his compromised kidneys and affecting his nervous system. Thomas's experience isn't unusual. The National Kidney Foundation has warned that even a small serving of star fruit, just a few slices, can be life-threatening for seniors with reduced kidney function. Even more concerning, approximately 1 in 3 adults over age 65 has some form of kidney disease, according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive Kidney Diseases. Many don't even know they have it until something like star fruit consumption pushes their system past its limits. If you're enjoying this video so far and learning valuable information, please comment "informed" below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss other important health updates. Now, let's examine exactly what happens when caramboxin builds up in your system. This toxin specifically targets the nervous system, potentially causing dizziness and confusion, often the first warning signs as the toxin disrupts normal brain signaling. Severe fatigue as your body struggles to cope. Memory problems, leaving even familiar routines feeling confusing. Seizures in more severe cases. And in extreme situations, even coma if the poisoning becomes severe and goes untreated. Beyond neurological effects, there's kidney damage to consider. When your kidneys can't filter out caramboxin, it actively damages your system. Studies from the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology have shown that star fruit can cause acute kidney injury in people with pre-existing conditions, turning a mild issue into a major crisis. So why do seniors continue reaching for star fruit despite these risks? It's easy to understand the appeal. It has an exotic charm, a unique shape, and tropical origins that make it feel special compared to everyday fruits. Plus, it's often marketed as a superfood packed with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants qualities that seem perfect for health-conscious older adults. But for those with compromised kidneys, this healthy choice is a wolf in sheep's clothing. If you love tropical flavors, don't despair. Try these safer alternatives instead. Asian pears offer a crisp, juicy texture similar to star fruit without the toxic risk. Dragon fruit provides exotic appeal with its vibrant pink skin and speckled flesh, but is completely safe. Mangoes deliver sweet, tropical goodness without endangering your kidneys. Papayas, with some caveats we'll discuss later, can provide that buttery texture and vitamin richness without caramboxan's dangers. Remember, food should nourish and bring joy, not put your health at risk. Star fruit might look tempting, but for seniors, especially those with kidney issues, it's simply not worth the gamble. If you're finding this information valuable, please comment "grateful" below. Your engagement helps this channel continue providing important health content for our community. 2. Grapes, nature's candy with hidden risks. Moving on, let's talk about a fruit that's a staple in nearly every household: grapes. These convenient, bite-sized treats burst with juicy sweetness and are often considered a healthy snack option. You'll find them in lunchboxes, fruit bowls, and as quick energy boosters throughout the day. At first glance, grapes seem completely innocent, a wholesome choice straight from nature. But for older adults, this seemingly harmless fruit hides two significant health risks: sudden blood sugar spikes and a surprisingly high choking hazard. You might be wondering how something as small and simple as a grape could pose problems. After all, they're not processed or filled with artificial ingredients. But don't let their size or natural appeal fool you. There's more to consider, especially as we age. First, let's address the sugar content. Did you know that a single cup of grapes, about 150 g, or a modest handful, contains approximately 23 grams of sugar? To put that in perspective, that's equivalent to about 4 standard sugar cubes or a small candy bar. Yes, it's natural sugar rather than refined, but that doesn't make it harmless for seniors. As we age, our bodies don't process sugar as efficiently. Metabolism slows, insulin sensitivity decreases, and the pancreas might not produce insulin as effectively. This means that even natural sugars like those in grapes can hit your system hard, causing blood sugar levels to surge rapidly. What happens next? You might experience a quick energy burst followed by a crash that leaves you exhausted, foggy-headed, and irritable. Over time, these spikes can strain your system, potentially increasing the risk of heart disease, worsening diabetes complications, or contributing to weight gain if grapes become a regular part of your diet. Consider Elizabeth's experience. This 70-year-old retiree from Boston had always been health conscious. After a recent checkup showed her blood sugar creeping up, she decided to make changes, swapping her usual afternoon cookies for a bowl of seedless red grapes. "It's fruit," she reasoned. "It must be better for me." A few weeks later, Elizabeth noticed concerning changes. She felt unusually tired even after a full night's sleep. Her vision would blur slightly in the afternoons, and she experienced lightheadedness after eating, symptoms she hadn't noticed before. Concerned, she checked her blood sugar after her grape snack and was shocked to see a reading of 180 mgdl, far higher than her usual range of 100–120 mgdl. Confused and frustrated, Elizabeth consulted her doctor, who identified the culprit immediately. Those innocent-looking grapes, despite being natural and unprocessed, were hitting her system just as hard as processed sweets, perhaps even harder. Research from Harvard Medical School supports this, noting that grapes have a high glycemic index, meaning they can spike blood sugar faster than some processed foods like whole grain bread. For seniors whose bodies are less equipped to handle these spikes, this can transform a supposedly healthy snack into a hidden health hazard. But sugar isn't the only concern with grapes. The second danger they pose for seniors is their potential as a choking hazard or risk that's less obvious but equally serious. As we age, our swallowing reflexes naturally weaken. The muscles in the throat don't coordinate as smoothly, and the gag reflex might not activate as quickly. Foods that are small, round, smooth, and slippery like grapes are prime candidates to become lodged in the windpipe. They're precisely the right size to block an airway if swallowed whole or not thoroughly chewed, and their slick skin makes them difficult to dislodge once stuck. The statistics tell a sobering story. According to the National Safety Council, choking incidents involving grapes among seniors have increased by 30% over the past 5 years. This rise is partly due to better awareness and reporting, but also because many seniors consume grapes without recognizing the risk. If you're watching this video and finding this information valuable, please comment "informed" below. I appreciate your support, which helps me continue creating content that matters to you. So does this mean grapes should be eliminated completely? Not necessarily. If you love them, you don't have to banish them from your kitchen forever, but you should approach them strategically. Here's how to enjoy grapes more safely. Cut them up. Slice each grape into quarters before eating. This reduces the choking risk and slows down consumption, giving your body more time to process the sugar. Pair them wisely. Combine grapes with protein or healthy fat, like a small piece of cheese or a few almonds. This helps buffer the sugar rush by slowing digestion. Watch your portions. Limit yourself to about 6 small grapes at a time, roughly 1/4 cup. This satisfies your craving without overloading your system. If you're open to alternatives, consider these safer senior-friendly options. Fresh berries like strawberries or blueberries contain less sugar, more antioxidants, and are easier to chew. Melon varieties, watermelon, cantaloupe, or honeydew cut into small pieces are hydrating, naturally sweet, and less likely to cause problems. The bottom line, grapes may look harmless, but for seniors, they require caution. Whether it's their surprisingly high sugar content affecting your blood glucose or their potential to cause choking, they're not as innocent as they seem. By being mindful of how you consume them or exploring other options, you can continue enjoying delicious fruit without compromising your health. I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this information with others who might benefit. Comment "Wonderful" if you're finding this helpful so far. Your engagement truly matters to me. 3. Oranges, the acidic culprit. Now, let's talk about a fruit that almost everyone associates with health and vitality: oranges. Juicy, refreshing, and packed with vitamin C. Oranges are celebrated for boosting the immune system and are a breakfast staple in many households. At first glance, they seem like the perfect healthy snack. But here's a surprising truth many overlook: oranges can pose significant risks for seniors, particularly due to acid reflux, medication interference, and dental damage. While oranges have long been recommended for their nutritional benefits, as we age, our bodies don't process citrus fruits the same way they once did. Let me explain why this beloved fruit might not be as harmless as it seems for older adults. First, let's address the acid reflux issue. Have you ever felt a burning sensation in your chest after eating or drinking something acidic? That's acid reflux, medically known as gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, a condition where stomach acid flows back into the esophagus. It's incredibly common among seniors, with over 60% of adults over 60 experiencing it, according to the GERD Foundation. Oranges and other citrus fruits rank among the top triggers for this condition due to their high acidity. This can lead to numerous uncomfortable symptoms, including heartburn and indigestion, a painful burning sensation that can persist for hours. Throat irritation, a scratchy or sore throat caused by acid exposure. Disrupted sleep, nighttime reflux that can wake you up or prevent restful sleep. For many seniors, this discomfort becomes a daily struggle, and the culprit might be hiding in plain sight: their morning orange. Take Richard, a 76-year-old retired teacher from Seattle who suffered from frequent heartburn for years. He assumed it was just part of getting older and tried various over-the-counter remedies without lasting relief. It wasn't until his doctor suggested eliminating oranges from his diet that he noticed a dramatic improvement. Richard's story highlights how a seemingly innocent habit can silently impact your well-being. If you've been dealing with acid reflux, frequent burping, or stomach discomfort, reconsidering your daily orange might be worthwhile. Beyond digestive issues, oranges present another serious concern for seniors. They can interfere with medications many older adults rely on. According to the Mayo Clinic, oranges and orange juice can reduce the absorption of over 50 common medications, making them less effective. This happens because citrus fruits contain compounds that block enzymes in the body responsible for metabolizing these drugs. As a result, your medication may not work as intended, potentially putting your health at risk. Some commonly effective medications include blood pressure drugs like atenolol and felodipine, commonly prescribed to control hypertension. Cholesterol-lowering statins like simvastatin used to manage heart disease risk. Antidepressants such as sertraline, which help regulate mood. Imagine taking your blood pressure pill every morning, assuming it's keeping your numbers in check, only to discover that your glass of orange juice has been undermining its effectiveness. For seniors who depend on these medications to maintain their health, this interference can have serious consequences. If you're finding this information valuable, please comment citrus below. Your engagement helps me create more content tailored to your needs. There's one more risk that often goes unnoticed: oranges can harm your teeth. As we age, the enamel, the hard protective outer layer of our teeth, naturally thins. Acidic foods like oranges accelerate this erosion, leaving teeth more vulnerable. This can result in tooth sensitivity, pain, or discomfort when eating hot, cold, or sweet foods. Increased risk of cavities. Weakened enamel makes decay more likely. Gum irritation. Acid can inflame sensitive gum tissue. For seniors whose enamel is already compromised, the acidity in oranges can be especially damaging. If you still want to enjoy citrus without the dental fallout, try drinking water afterward to rinse away the acid, or sip orange juice through a straw to minimize contact with your teeth. That said, reducing acidic foods like oranges is the safest approach to protect your smile. Worried about missing out on vitamin C? You don't need oranges to meet your needs. There are plenty of gentler alternatives that provide the same immune-boosting benefits without the risks. Bell peppers surprisingly contain more vitamin C than oranges, with far less acidity. Kiwis offer a sweet, tangy flavor and abundant nutrients without excessive acid. Strawberries provide vitamin C with lower acidity, making them easier on your system. Broccoli and Brussels sprouts are nutrient powerhouses that deliver vitamin C alongside numerous other health benefits. These alternatives are kinder to your stomach, teeth, and medication regimen, making them ideal for seniors focused on maintaining their health. If you can't imagine life without oranges, you don't have to eliminate them entirely. Instead, enjoy them more wisely with these practical tips. Time it right. Consume oranges midday rather than first thing in the morning or before bed to minimize digestive discomfort. Mind your medications. Wait at least 2 hours after taking medications before consuming citrus to avoid interference. Dilute the juice. Mix orange juice with water in a 1:1 ratio to reduce acidity. Balance it out. Pair oranges with alkaline foods like bananas or avocados to counteract some of the acidity. While these strategies can help, they don't completely eliminate the risks. For seniors with acid reflux, medication needs, or dental concerns, limiting or avoiding oranges altogether might be the wisest choice. If you're still watching and finding this information valuable, please comment "informed" below. I truly appreciate your attention and support. 4. Avocados, the healthy fat paradox. Let's turn our attention to a fruit that's been crowned a nutritional superstar in recent years: avocados. With their rich, creamy texture and reputation for containing heart-healthy fats, avocados have become a darling of health enthusiasts everywhere. You'll see them smashed on toast, blended into smoothies, or scooped straight from the skin with a sprinkle of salt. They're frequently touted as a must-have addition to a balanced diet loaded with potassium, fiber, and those coveted monounsaturated fats. But here's the twist many seniors might not anticipate. Avocados can lead to unexpected weight gain, interfere with certain medications, and even trigger allergic reactions that catch you off guard. You might be thinking, wait a minute, aren't avocados supposed to be healthy? You're not wrong, they do offer impressive benefits. Those healthy fats can support cholesterol levels, and their vitamins can boost your immune system. But for older adults, the story isn't so straightforward. The key to understanding avocados lies in recognizing the importance of portion control, medication interactions, and your body's changing tolerances as you age. Let's explore why this trendy fruit might not always be the senior-friendly superfood it's made out to be. First, let's address the calorie content. A medium-sized avocado, about 150 g without the pit, contains approximately 240 calories. For context, that's roughly equivalent to a cheeseburger from a fast food restaurant or a hearty bowl of oatmeal with toppings. For younger people with faster metabolisms, this might not raise concerns. But as we age, our metabolic rate slows significantly, and our daily caloric needs decrease, sometimes to as little as 1,600–2,000 calories for seniors, depending on activity levels. This means a single avocado can represent a substantial portion of your daily energy intake, even before adding extras like bread or dressings. This calorie density can sneak up on you, especially if you're thinking, it's just a fruit, how bad could it be? Consider William, a 75-year-old retiree from Nashville, whose experience illustrates this perfectly. William had read about avocados being a superfood and decided to incorporate them into his diet. He began each morning with avocado toast, half an avocado mashed onto whole grain bread with a drizzle of olive oil and a dash of pepper. It felt like a wholesome upgrade from his previous breakfast of toast with butter and jam, and he was proud of making this healthy switch. But 3 months later, William stepped on the scale and was shocked to see he'd gained 12 pounds. This extra weight didn't just affect his self-image, it took a physical toll. His knees, already troublesome from years of wear and tear, began aching more with each step. He felt sluggish and found his energy levels dropping throughout the day. Confused by these changes, William mentioned them during a routine doctor's visit. After reviewing his diet, the doctor immediately identified the avocado toast as the likely culprit. "You're consuming a meal's worth of calories in one sitting," the doctor explained, "and your body simply doesn't need that much anymore." The American Heart Association echoes this caution, urging seniors to monitor portion sizes carefully with high-fat foods like avocados. Even beneficial fats add up quickly when consumed in large amounts. If you're enjoying this information and finding it useful, please comment avocado below to let me know you're engaged with this topic. Beyond the calorie consideration, there's another significant issue. Avocados can interfere with medications that many seniors rely on daily. Studies have shown that avocados contain compounds like vitamin K and certain enzymes that can affect how your body processes key medications. For instance, blood thinners like warfarin, commonly prescribed to prevent clots, can be counteracted by avocados' high vitamin K content, potentially making the medication less effective and increasing your risk of complications. Similarly, some blood pressure medications and antidepressants, particularly certain SSRIs, can have their absorption altered by avocado consumption, leading to inconsistent results. What's particularly concerning is that doctors don't always mention these interactions unless you specifically ask. Imagine diligently taking your blood pressure medication only to find your readings gradually increasing because of the guacamole you've been enjoying regularly. If you're taking blood thinners, antihypertensives, or mood stabilizers, it's worth discussing avocado consumption with your doctor or pharmacist before making it a regular part of your diet. Then there's the allergy angle, which might seem surprising for a fruit you've eaten without issue for years. Avocados contain proteins structurally similar to those in latex, a material found in gloves, balloons, and medical supplies. This overlap triggers what's known as latex fruit syndrome, which affects approximately 6% of seniors according to research estimates. For those with this sensitivity, avocados can cause reactions including itching or swelling in the mouth, throat irritation, digestive upset, or even skin irritation after handling them. Here's the unsettling part: allergies aren't static. Your immune system changes as you age, meaning you could enjoy avocados for decades without issues, only to develop a sensitivity in your 70s or 80s. Consider Sandra, a 72-year-old from Houston who loved her weekly avocado salad. After years of enjoying it without problems, she began noticing her lips tingling and her throat feeling scratchy afterward. Initially, she attributed it to something else, perhaps a spice in the dressing, but when it happened repeatedly, she consulted an allergist. Tests revealed that her mild latex sensitivity from years of using gardening gloves had crossed over to avocados. Sandra's experience reminds us that just because you've tolerated something well in the past doesn't mean your body will continue giving it a free pass forever. So, does this mean avocados are completely off limits? Not necessarily. If you enjoy their creamy goodness, you can still include them in your diet with some precautions. Keep portions small. Limit yourself to 1/4 of an avocado per day, about 60 calories, enough to enjoy the flavor without overloading your system. Pair strategically. Never eat avocado alone. Combine it with protein like a boiled egg or fiber such as vegetables to slow digestion and moderate the calorie impact. Check your medications. If you take blood thinners, blood pressure medications, or antidepressants, consult your doctor to confirm avocados are safe with your regimen. If you prefer to avoid potential risks altogether, there are plenty of alternatives that offer similar benefits. Drizzle a teaspoon of olive oil over your salad for heart-healthy fat in a precisely measurable amount. Enjoy a small handful of walnuts or almonds for nutritious fats that are easier to portion and don't interfere with medications. The main takeaway: avocados may be riding the superfood wave, but for seniors, they exemplify how too much of a good thing can create unexpected challenges. Whether it's weight gain from their calorie density, potential medication interactions, or allergies that develop with age, they require thoughtful consideration. You don't need to eliminate avocados entirely, just approach them with awareness, measured portions, and perhaps a conversation with your healthcare provider. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, please comment "health" below. Your engagement motivates me to continue providing valuable content. 5. Watermelon, summer's hidden hazard. Now, let's discuss a fruit that practically symbolizes summer: watermelon. Sweet, juicy, and composed mostly of water, watermelon seems like the ideal choice for seniors looking to stay refreshed during hot weather. At first glance, it appears to be a perfect option: hydrating, naturally sweet, and low in calories. But here's the surprising truth. Watermelon can pose serious health risks for older adults, particularly those with heart conditions, kidney disease, or diabetes. Let's explore why this summer favorite might not be as harmless as it seems, and how seniors can enjoy it safely if they choose to include it in their diet. The first concern with watermelon is its extremely high water content. Watermelon is 92% water, which initially sounds beneficial for hydration. However, for seniors, this characteristic can become problematic. As we age, our kidneys don't process fluids as efficiently as they once did. Consuming large amounts of watermelon can lead to fluid retention, where your body holds on to excess water instead of eliminating it properly. This retained fluid can cause several issues: noticeable swelling in your ankles, hands, or face; breathing difficulties as extra fluid puts pressure on your lungs; increased blood pressure as the additional fluid volume forces your heart to work harder. Consider Elena, an 80-year-old from Florida, who began eating watermelon every afternoon as a refreshing snack during the summer heat. Within days, she noticed her feet and ankles swelling significantly. Soon after, she experienced unusual fatigue and woke up one night struggling to breathe. A trip to the emergency room revealed that the excess fluid from her watermelon consumption had overwhelmed her heart, a sobering reminder that even natural foods can have unexpected consequences. This risk is particularly significant for seniors taking diuretics water pills for conditions like heart failure or hypertension. Watermelon's high water content can counteract these medications' intended effects, potentially leading to dangerous complications. If you're finding this information helpful, please comment "hydrate" below to let me know you're engaged with this content. The second major concern with watermelon is its potential to cause rapid blood sugar spikes. While watermelon tastes light and refreshing, it has a high glycemic index (GI), meaning it can elevate blood sugar levels almost as quickly as drinking soda. The American Diabetes Association notes that just 2 cups of watermelon can trigger a substantial rise in blood glucose. For seniors with diabetes or prediabetes, this can result in pronounced fatigue and dizziness following the initial sugar rush, mood fluctuations as blood sugar levels rise and fall dramatically, potential long-term complications if these spikes occur regularly. Even for seniors without diagnosed diabetes, frequent blood sugar spikes can contribute to insulin resistance over time, a stepping stone toward developing type 2 diabetes. The third issue with watermelon that many people overlook is its high potassium content. While potassium is essential for heart and muscle function, excessive amounts can be problematic for seniors with kidney disease. Aging kidneys struggle to filter out excess potassium, which can accumulate in the bloodstream and cause a condition called hyperkalemia. Symptoms include irregular heartbeats, a serious and potentially life-threatening problem; muscle weakness that can affect mobility and balance. In extreme cases, heart failure. What's particularly concerning is that the National Kidney Foundation estimates approximately 40% of people over 65 have some degree of kidney dysfunction, often without realizing it. If your kidneys aren't functioning optimally, consuming potassium-rich foods like watermelon could exacerbate existing issues. Does this mean watermelon should be completely avoided? Not necessarily, but moderation and awareness are key. If you enjoy watermelon, consider these precautions. Keep portions small. Stick to half a cup per serving to avoid overloading your system. Pair thoughtfully. Consume watermelon with protein like Greek yogurt or healthy fat, such as a few nuts, to slow sugar absorption. Time it wisely. Avoid eating watermelon late in the day to prevent overnight fluid accumulation. Listen to your body. If you notice swelling, breathlessness, or unusual fatigue after eating watermelon, reduce your consumption. For those seeking hydration and sweetness without the risks, consider these alternatives. Cucumber slices in water provide cooling hydration without sugar or potassium concerns. Frozen berries offer a refreshing low glycemic option that won't spike blood sugar. Infused water with just a hint of watermelon flavor and fresh mint provides taste without the full fruit's potential issues. The key takeaway: while watermelon might seem like a guilt-free summer treat, seniors, especially those with heart, kidney, or blood sugar concerns, should approach it cautiously. Mindful consumption can help you enjoy this seasonal favorite without compromising your health. If you're still watching and finding value in this information, please comment "Summer" below. Your engagement truly means a lot to me. 6. Papayas, tropical treat with hidden dangers. Finally, let's examine papayas, a tropical fruit widely recognized for its digestive benefits. Many seniors include papayas in their diet after hearing about their potential to support gut health, aid digestion, and reduce inflammation. While papayas do offer certain health advantages, there's another side to this fruit that isn't commonly discussed. For seniors, papayas can trigger several serious health issues, particularly if they're taking medications or have sensitive digestive systems. This might be surprising, but let's explore why you should exercise caution with papayas, especially if you're over 65. The most significant concern with papayas is their potential to interact with medications frequently prescribed to seniors. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration (FDA) has noted that papayas can interfere with the absorption and effectiveness of several medication types, including blood thinners, diabetes medications, and antibiotics. This interaction occurs because papayas contain an enzyme called papain, which can alter how your body processes certain drugs. For example, seniors taking blood thinners like warfarin face increased risk when consuming papayas regularly. The fruit can enhance the blood thinner's effects, potentially increasing bleeding risk, particularly dangerous for those with clotting disorders. Similarly, if you take diabetes medication, papayas can cause dramatic drops in blood sugar levels, possibly leading to dizziness, confusion, weakness, and even fainting. Consider Jennifer's experience. This 71-year-old from Atlanta began eating papayas daily after reading about their digestive benefits. After several weeks, she noticed her blood pressure medication seemed less effective. Concerned, she consulted her doctor, who identified a likely food-drug interaction. Once Jennifer eliminated papayas from her diet, her blood pressure returned to its normal controlled levels. This illustrates why seniors must consider how their food choices might interact with medications. What appears to be a healthy addition to your diet could actually create serious complications. If you're finding this information valuable, please comment "medication" below to let me know you're engaged with this topic. Another lesser-known risk associated with papayas is their connection to latex allergies. Many people with latex sensitivities also react to papayas because the fruit contains proteins similar to those found in latex. For seniors with allergies, consuming papayas can trigger reactions ranging from skin rashes and itching to mouth swelling. In severe cases, it may even cause breathing difficulties, which can become life-threatening. What makes this particularly concerning is that latex allergies can develop later in life. Even if you've eaten papayas previously without issues, that doesn't guarantee you won't experience an allergic response as you age. Being observant of how your body reacts to certain foods becomes increasingly important in your senior years. Despite their reputation for aiding digestion, papayas can actually cause digestive issues for many older adults. Papayas contain the enzyme papain, which helps break down proteins. While this can benefit some people, it may irritate the stomach lining in seniors who already have sensitive digestive systems. This can lead to uncomfortable symptoms like bloating, gas, acid reflux, and stomach cramps. If you've noticed discomfort after eating papaya, your digestive system might be struggling to process it, especially if you have existing conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or acid reflux. If you're seeking digestive support without these potential risks, consider these alternatives. Plain yogurt or kefir provide probiotics that promote gut health. Ginger tea can soothe your stomach naturally. Fermented vegetables like sauerkraut or kimchi offer beneficial bacteria that support digestion. If you still wish to include papaya in your diet, take these precautions. Never eat papaya on an empty stomach, which can increase the likelihood of irritation. Consult your healthcare provider if you take medications for blood pressure, blood thinning, or diabetes. Start with small portions and carefully monitor how your body responds. If you experience symptoms like dizziness, stomach discomfort, or unusual fatigue, consider eliminating papaya from your diet. 7. Grapefruit, the medication menace. Our final fruit requires special attention because its risks are particularly significant for seniors taking medications. Grapefruit. This citrus fruit might seem like a healthy breakfast choice, but it contains compounds that can dramatically alter how your body processes medications, sometimes with dangerous consequences. Grapefruit contains substances called furanocoumarins that interfere with an enzyme in your intestines responsible for breaking down many medications. When this enzyme is blocked, drugs can build up to harmful levels in your bloodstream, essentially causing an overdose even though you're taking the correct dose. According to the FDA, grapefruit interacts with more than 85 medications, including those commonly prescribed to seniors for high cholesterol like atorvastatin, simvastatin, and lovastatin, high blood pressure including nifedipine, losartan, and amlodipine, heart rhythm problems amiodarone, anti-anxiety medications buspirone and diazepam, immunosuppressants cyclosporine. What makes this particularly dangerous is that these interactions aren't minor. They can increase drug levels in your bloodstream by 100% or more. Even more concerning, these effects can last 72 hours after consuming grapefruit, meaning your morning grapefruit juice could still be affecting medications you take that evening. Consider Harold Story, a 78-year-old from Michigan who began experiencing unusual dizziness, extreme drowsiness, and dangerously low blood pressure. His doctor discovered he had recently added grapefruit juice to his breakfast routine while continuing to take his regular blood pressure medication. The combination had multiplied the medication's effects, dropping his blood pressure to dangerous levels. The most troubling aspect of grapefruit's interaction with medications is that it doesn't require large amounts to cause problems. Even half a grapefruit or a small glass of juice can be enough to trigger dangerous interactions. If you're taking any medications, the safest approach is to check with your pharmacist or doctor about potential grapefruit interactions. If your medication is affected, you'll likely need to avoid grapefruit entirely, not just time it differently. Safer alternatives include other citrus fruits like tangerines, oranges with the caveats we discussed earlier, or clementines, which don't contain the problematic compounds found in grapefruit. If you're finding this final section valuable, please comment "safety" below to let me know this information is reaching you, making safer fruit choices. Now that we've examined these 7 potentially dangerous fruits for seniors, what's one thing you've learned today that surprised you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Tell me one change you'll make to your diet based on this information, whether it's swapping out a fruit or being more mindful of your choices. Here's a quick summary of safer alternatives for seniors. Instead of star fruit, try dragon fruit or mangoes. Replace grapes with berries or small pieces of melon. Swap oranges for bell peppers or kiwi. Trade avocados for measured amounts of olive oil or nuts. Choose cucumber or berries instead of watermelon. Substitute yogurt or ginger tea for papaya. Replace grapefruit with tangerines or clementines. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate fruit from your diet, it's to make informed choices that support your health as you age. Always consult with your healthcare provider about how your food choices might interact with your specific health conditions and medications. Thank you so much for watching this important video. If you found it helpful, please Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest health guidance. Your support helps us continue creating content that could make a real difference in people's lives. Before you go, I encourage you to check out our other videos on senior health topics. We have great content on exercise recommendations, nutrition tips, and managing common health conditions. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.